Hey y'all, it's Laura and I have the new Cocoa Vanilla Studio These Days collection. So I thought we'd do a walkthrough since I have the whole thing. I don't really do haul videos, but if I get a full collection or nearly a full collection, I do like to show you guys in detail what's in it, just so you can get a feel for the size of the embellishments, the tones of the papers that maybe online isn't quite as clear, and seeing it in the reference of my hands and the reference of the 12 by 12 papers, it helps you to really get a feel for whether or not the collection is something you want to pick up. So this is the These Days collection, and it has a very soft vibe to it, but I am in love with the color tones in this collection. It's very summery, but soft. Not like the previous collection, which was called Sunkissed, that was very bold and bright, very summery. This one is a lot softer, but it still has a lot of those citrusy colors and the more coral reds and the just very, very deep colors. So the first thing we're going to do is go through all the papers. I'll go through all the embellishments, and that way you can really get a feel for the collection and what, if anything, you'd like to get from it. So this one is the very first one. It is called Homegrown, and it is in gorgeous floral. So let me hold this one up so you can see the detail. This one will be perfect for fussy cutting. Guaranteed I will be fussy cutting at least one of these full pages. Absolutely stunning details. I especially like these really tiny little flowers because I fussy cut those out for little scattering bits. So let's go ahead, and I've got two of each paper. So let's go ahead and lay them out here on my desk, front and then back. And on the back of the floral is this really pretty yellow kind of gingham. Absolutely beautiful, kind of differing line widths on that one. Really pretty soft yellow. Then we have this one, which is called Wall of Fame. So this has a number of frames in it. You could either fussy cut these out, or you could go ahead and insert your photos and then just add little embellishments into each frame. I love the little floral details. Absolutely stunning. Love that. And then the back of that one is this really pretty orange kind of foliage leafy pattern. Not a floral, because there's no florals, but it's a really nice soft orange. I love that. Then we have the neighborhood paper, and this one is a floral. It's a black and white, kind of a sketchy floral, just to show it to you up nice and close. Really pretty design on that one. And the reason it's called neighborhood is because of this. Look at all these little houses. So cute, the little people, little trees, got bunnies and dogs. So cute. Funnily enough, I don't see any cats. It's just bunnies and dogs. All right. Apparently, maybe that's a thing in Australia. Maybe they don't have cats as much as they do bunnies. I don't know. Interesting. The next one's called Daybreak, and it is an absolutely stunning kind of a sunset color scheme here, kind of watercolory. It's got a little bit of kind of a painterly look to it, even a little distressing, which I really like. Love that. I love this kind of coral red at the bottom too. That's really pretty. The back of Daybreak is this little mixed media background. I love that she includes these because it's a super easy background to use. Gives you already kind of a pre-made border and then white cardstock in the center to add your layout. So there is Daybreak. Next one is called Take Flight, and it has a bunch of beautiful kind of a gray on white polka dot scattered around. Doesn't look super uniform, so it's kind of more of a random scattered polka dot. And the reason it's called Take Flight is because this gorgeousness is on the background. I do love me some butterflies, so this is a big variety of butterflies and shapes and colors, and then some teeny tiny little florals that I guarantee I'm still gonna fussy cut. It's gonna happen, just be prepared. Next up we have The Good Life, which is a hearts It's kind of a tone-on-tone hearts. So it's kind of a corally red hearts on a coral pink background. So that one's super easy to use. Then we have on the back of that one a cut apart. And again, this was called the Good Life. So here's the cut apart. I love her cut aparts because she does 3x4 cards. She does word phrases. She does labels. She does strips and little embellishment banners and all kinds of things on her cut aparts. So they're really, really usable. Then we have one of my favorites, Pretty Posies, which is a wood grain. Love that she includes a wood grain in nearly every collection. This one's nice and dark, which works really well with this color mix. And the reason it's called Pretty Posies is because, of course, it has absolutely adorable little tiny floral clusters. Now, I probably won't fussy cut this one out because those are so tiny and a lot of the pieces are not connected to each other. So this one I will probably use more as a floral paper in its entirety. Then I have Family Ties, which is another polka dot, but this one is much smaller and it's kind of a white on green polka dot. So that's this one. And the last paper is the back of that, and it's a beautiful watercolor stripe. All the colors of the collection are included here, and they're just, oh, it's so pretty, so pretty. I really like to use papers like this as a strip, generally, or behind a photo rather than the whole paper, but you certainly could use them however you wish. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clear these up, and then we'll dive into the A5 paper pad, which is slightly thinner than 6x8, but it's also slightly longer than 6x8 inches. So let's go check that one out. It does have some different colored patterns in it. It's mostly the same as the papers you see here, but it also has some slight differences. So I will show you those. Okay, so as I mentioned, I just showed you the collection kit. It also comes with some stickers, which I'll show you in just a moment. But these are the papers that are in the collection kit, and I'm going to show you how those differ to some of the ones in the A5 paper stack, because there are some slight differences, not big ones, but slight differences. In the A5 paper stack, there are 30 single-sided sheets, 2 each of 15 designs. In the collection kit, there are 16 12x12 papers, 2 each of 8 designs. That should tip you off right away. There are more designs in here. So let's dive in, shall we? We of course have our beautiful floral, just in a smaller size. I will fussy cut a full one of these as well. So there's the floral. Then we have that sketchy floral in black and white. So those are the same. And we have that yellow gingham. So that is the same. And then a green foliage instead of the orange foliage. So we've got green instead of orange. So that's a slight difference. We've got the little houses in mini form. So there's those. We've got the beautiful painterly sunset sort of background. That looks the same. We've got the butterflies, just in smaller format. So those look the same. We've got the gray and white polka dot. That looks the same. Then we have a blue heart. So before we had the coral hearts, now we have blue hearts. And I love that she does this because it really makes the collection a lot more versatile and gives you a lot more options to pull from. So here's the tiny floral. Whoop, it's super tiny. So there's that one, that's the same. Wood grain, that is the same. Then we have the painterly stripes, that is the same. And then we have this polka dot. Instead of the white on green, we have the coral on coral polka dot. So where this was coral on coral hearts, now we have a coral on coral polka dot that's actually a shade darker than that one. We have the frames, of course. We have the cut apart, which has of course been modified to fit an A5 paper. So everything's a bit smaller. These work great for grid layouts and for creating your own embellishments. And that's it. So these are all of the designs. Of course, you get 2 sets in the A5 paper pack, but just wanted to point out the couple of differences between what's in the 12 by 12s and what's here. I think it's roughly, is it the same number of designs? What's missing? Because if there's 16 designs in here, double-sided 8 papers. Okay, so the one we didn't get was that mixed media border with the white in the middle, which makes sense because that one doesn't work as well in a smaller format unless you were using it for a 6 by 8 or A5 layout. So that's the one that's missing. But I love the color tones of this one, and I think that helps to show you there are some slight differences between the 2 paper packs. Let me clean these up and we'll dive into the embellishments. Up first is the cardstock sticker sheet, and this comes in the 12 by 12 paper pack, and it has a big variety of like circles and flags and tabs and word phrases, and then always little word phrases here at the bottom. So I'll just show those to you up close. You can kind of get a feel for what's on that. Then we have the foam title stickers. There's actually an alpha and foam titles this time, which is kind of new and I'm excited about. So this has a front and back. There are 64 pieces to this one. And it says, these lovely days. You could do our home, you, this life memories. There's little kind of fronds mixed in. And then we have always happy, sweet, so sweet together, love you, grateful heart. And again, more of those little frondy bits. And these are foam. They're black foam. So those are quite nice. Then the alpha is a miniature puffy alpha, 160 pieces, and she did a great job of squeezing in as many letters as she could. I love all the alphas. Look, our alphas. Vowels. I love that she got so many vowels onto this. It's a beautiful mix of colors that should match the collection very, very well. Then we have these adorable little things. These are some little stitched hearts, and they are so sweet. They're puffy. They feel like they're fabric, puffy, stuffed little heart things, but they're really tiny. So what can I show you? Here's a roll of washi tape. Normal sized roll of washi tape. These are super tiny and I love them. Next up we have the puffy stickers, which have 55 pieces. So here we go. And I love that she did a mix of like butterflies and florals, little houses, but also these teeny tiny little hearts, which are brilliant for scattering, guys. There are 55 pieces on this sheet, and we've got little word phrases. We've got a little pouring the bucket. Oh, wow. I'm not an outdoorsy person. Have we noticed this? So a little gardening bucket and little banners, a little typewriter, and a little tree and a bicycle. Okay. There's bicycles everywhere, folks, just the way it is. Then we have the little wood buttons. So these have little epoxies inside of them, and they are up on foam. And there's 12 pieces here. Let me kind of show you the little houses, little florals, little typewriter, hearts, and a bicycle, of course. Another little heart, love you, so sweet. So these are quite cute. Then we have the clear stickers. There's a lot in this collection, guys. We got the clear stickers, and we got 2 pages here of clear stickers. And I took them out of the plastic so that they wouldn't be too bad with the glare. And I really love these, especially these little mixed media stripes. Those are so easy to use. Also, these little frondy bits you can put right behind floral clusters. These little X's you can put like at the corner of your photos, and little hearts for scattering. Love clear stickers at the moment. And then we have the ephemera packs. So there are 2 ephemera packs in this collection. The floral ephemera has 55 pieces and the regular ephemera has 50 pieces. And I will show you very quickly what's on the back so you can see it. And then I'm gonna pull all the pieces out. But if you don't want to see all of the pieces, then this little quick preview should be helpful. But I know a lot of people like to see all of the bits and pieces that are in it, so we'll lay those out in just a second. So this one has a lot of little houses, flower pots, people, typewriter again. I love this stack of books, a bike, all the cute little things. So that is these days. Now I'm gonna go ahead and clear this up, get a white piece of cardstock and pop these out for you. You can see all of them spread out and get an idea for sizing of the ephemera pieces. Okay, so to get started, let me start with some of the smaller pieces here. So I have some of these little, we have individual little florals and little stem pieces. I tend to fussy cut off the white border, but you certainly don't have to. I just find them a little easier to cluster that way. A couple more of those little stemmy pieces. Those are great for tucking in behind other floral clusters or behind other embellishments. We've got some larger frond pieces. I'm gonna put that about the length of my center finger there. And we've got little loose leaves and some stems. So a nice mix of sizes. Just get those onto the paper. Get them all spread out so you can see there's quite a lot in here actually. I always get really excited when you have 50 some odd floral pieces. You know that makes me happy. Got some that are in kind of small clusters, some that are just wild and free. So I'll add those around. We've got more of these little stems, larger stems, different leaf types, different clusters. I don't see any large clusters in here, which I kind of prefer these smaller bits and pieces that I can mix together on my own. So just a heads up there. I think there's might be some in the other pack, but these are mostly loose florals that you can kind of mix and match into your own clusters. So got a wide range of like large florals and smaller florals. Some have leaves attached, some don't. A good mix of colors and style of flowers. So they're not all exactly the same. There we go. So lots and lots of flowers. Love that. Try to squeeze all of them on here, but we may end up having to layer a bit or go off the edges because there's a lot. There's a lot of them. We're still going. More florals. These are more medium-sized florals. Some of those last ones were a bit larger, but I don't see any pieces that are extremely large. Like I know a lot of other collections right now are coming out with enormous pieces. And I'm not seeing a lot of that. So that, in my mind, is a good thing. And then we have a little bit of yellow and blue, some more leaves. So a pretty good variety of leaves and colors and even flower shapes, which I love because it makes mixing and matching to create clusters so much easier. Here we go. Go. And just a few more. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, so here's a quick look, everything all spread out on the paper. Just how much you're getting in this packed floral ephemera pack. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these away real quick and then I'll pull out the regular ephemera. Okay, so this is the regular ephemera pack. We've got an envelope with florals popping out. We've got little cafe, not super huge pieces, but pretty good sized. So a little flower pot thing. This one's kind of cool. So it's like a mason jar with a little scene inside. That's cool, I like that. We've got some trees, a couple different types of trees. We've got a vase with flowers in it that says life is lovely. We have together, so a nice mix. We've got words, we've got images, we've got frames. So there's a frame. We've got a butterfly and a little banner, a typewriter, another little butterfly, home. Got a word phrase that says the good stuff. We've got a bicycle with a basket full of flowers. We've got a little house that says sweet. We've got a little banner that says love. We've got what looks like a little picture frame. Home is wherever I'm with you. That's really sweet. We've got a floral cluster. We've got a picture perfect moments, little banner piece. That's beautiful. A little word phrase that says love you. So those are sweet. Those are super easy to use. We've got a little house with a little love on it. We've got a little family. These are cute. These are really cute. I don't normally get excited about people, but I love this little family. That's cute. We've got a couple of butterflies and another floral cluster and happy. Get them on here. This one's definitely gonna go off the edges. It's gonna happen. I'm seeing it now. Got another little banner that says sweet. Got another floral cluster. A coffee cup that says good day. Another little tree. Another butterfly. Another little family that just looks like a mom and a daughter. We've got a little home sign, which is super cute. Home is definitely a theme for this collection. Another little coffee cup. That gorgeous typewriter. So there's that. We've got family. Got the books. I love that. That'll get used for sure. Got a couple little hearts. So there's some little scattering pieces sort of mixed in with the larger pieces. Oh, how sweet is this? Little mom and daughter cuddled up on the couch. How sweet. Got a basket full of flowers. Another, let's see, another bunch of little hearts. So we've got a few different colors, a couple of tabs, and more hearts. So that's it for the These Days collection. I'm really excited to dive in, which is why I'm doing this quick little walkthrough with you guys. Well, maybe not quick. It might not be quick, but I love seeing all of the pieces laid out so you can just kind of really get a feel for their sizing and how the colors work well together. I hope this was helpful, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer them for you, and I cannot wait to dive in. I'm going to be creating some layouts, 2 layouts this month with this collection, and probably many more going forward. But that's it for me. Until next time, bye.